baseball fans, and welcome to Story Field here on the campus of Lower Columbia College in Longview, Washington, as the Northwest Athletic Conference Baseball Championships continue today. It is game number 9, another losers out contest featuring the Everett Trojans and the Edmonds Tritons. The teams got here this way. Everett lost its opener on Thursday to Lower Columbia by a score of 7-2. Then yesterday edged Lynn Benton by a score of 2-1. Edmonds started the tournament with a 2-0 win over Big Bend on day 1, and then lost yesterday to Yakima by a score of 2-0. And we'll give you the starting lineups after the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with a playing our national anthem.
Edmonds, the visitors here this morning in game number 9, and the winner of this ball game will advance to either play tomorrow at 12:05 or 4:05 against the loser of the Lower Columbia Yakima Valley game, and that will be played a little bit later here this evening at 5:35. This is the first of 3 games here today. Spokane and Lane will play at 2:05, and as I mentioned, the Yaks and the Devils at 5:35. Edmonds, here is the starting lineup. Head coach Scott Kelly. Guthrie Morrison will lead off. He is the center fielder. He'll be followed by Nick Sokol. Sokol is batting second and playing second base. Yugo Hamakawa is the shortstop. He is batting third. David Gibbons hits fourth for the Tritons. He is the first baseman. Nathaniel Sagdahl is the catcher. He hits number 5. Designated hitter this morning is Trey Tiffany. Tiffany hitting 6th. Batting 7th is Connor Sales. Sales batting 7th in right field, to be followed by the number 8 hitter, Colby Force. Force out in left, and batting 9th for the Tritons this morning will be the third baseman, Leighton Moniz. Well, there we are. Morrison, Sokol, Hamakawa, Gibbons, Sagdahl, Tiffany, Sales, Force, and Moniz. Defensively for Everett this morning, out in left field will be Trent Tingelstad. Danny Head is the center fielder. Chase Hacker is out in right this morning. Your third baseman is Connor Marshall. Kyle Rodriguez will patrol short for the Trojans this morning. Nick Anderson is at second. Morrow Owens is the shortstop. And on the mound this morning for Everett is Mac Larson. So we're getting this ball game just about ready. Again, the first of 3 here today, as the NWAC tournament will be down to 4 teams by this afternoon, and tomorrow then we'll whittle it down a bit more, and then Monday we'll have the championship. One game at 12:05 for sure, and perhaps a second game at 3:35. Lower Columbia, the defending champions here, and they have moved on with 2 wins, and this afternoon, early this evening, Yakima Valley and Lower Columbia will meet to determine who moves in to the final game. You see a look there at Mac Larson as he is getting warmed up for Everett. And Larson on the year has made an appearance. This will be his 12th appearance, that is, of the year. His 6th game started. So far he's pitched 54 innings, given up 49 base hits. He has walked 14, struck out 52. comes in with a record of 6-2 and an ERA of 2.00. So we're about ready to get this ball game underway as the coach is going down to their coaches' boxes, and the batter Morrison getting ready to step on in as Larson takes his last couple of tosses. Another overcast day here in Longview, but it's not cold. I'd say it's probably 55, 60 degrees. 62 degrees actually right now. On a cloudy day, we expect a high of about 68. So a pleasant day. No rain forecast that I see on the radar. And tomorrow will be a 75-degree day with sunshine. So a Sunday day will be a great day for a couple of baseball games here at Story Field. So Morrison is ready to step on in, to be followed by Sokol and Hamakama. Chris Claflin behind the plate, Jim Clifford at first, Ken Dyber is the third base umpire here this morning. So Larson ready. It looks like he's going to work from the stretch right off the bat. So Morrison is ready, and here comes the first pitch, and a fastball is low, ball one. So we start a little bit late, scheduled to start 11:05. It comes at 11:08. So a couple, 3 minutes late, but we'll get this thing going. So 1 ball, no strikes on Morrison. Larson ready. Here's the next pitch. That one misses high. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Guthrie Morrison. Sophomore from Seattle with the number 7 on his back, which, as most baseball fans know, next pitch is high. One of the most iconic numbers in baseball, the number 7. You know, you look out in the left center field barn here, number 42, immortalized by Jackie Robinson, retired now by all Major League professional clubs. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch, misses low and away for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike on Guthrie Morrison. Stepping on my mic cords. I was almost pulling it off my head. Now we're ready. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. That fastball swinging, a line drive into left field, and it'll fall for a base hit. Pinkelstad has to play it on a hop as Morrison able to rifle a shot into left field, and Edmonds starts off with a base hit. So Morrison down to first, and that'll bring to the plate Nick Sokol. Sokol, the second baseman here this morning for Edmonds, as we're just underway. And Sokol also right-handed here, up from Mount Vernon. Here comes the first pitch, shows the bunt, misses, throw back to first base, and diving back safely is Morrison. So Sokol misses on the attempted bunt. The snap throw by McCormick to Owens, not in time, as Morrison gets back safely, and the count's no balls. And 1 strike on Sokol. Larson again will work from the stretch. Here's the pitch, swing at a ground ball, hit towards the shortstop. Diving stop there by Rodriguez, throws to second, and he is out at second, and the throw to first is in time for not in time for the out, and the out is recorded at second. Nice play by Rodriguez. He goes deep in the hole, a sliding grab. He flips it to the second baseman, Anderson, but the relay not in time, and Sokol safe at first on the fielder's choice. So 6-4 for the first out of the ball game. Now to bring up Hamakama. Hamakama, the left-handed batter. He takes the first pitch. Down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Yugo Hamakama. Comes from Japan. Tokyo, if I remember right. Larson, a long time between pitches. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Call the ball. Throw down to second base. Head first slide, and he is safe at second base. Head first slide by Sokol. The shortstop Rodriguez thought he got the tag down in time. We'll see the replay here. And boy, it's close. I think he beat it. I think he got his left arm in. Rodriguez thought that he was out, but from here it looks like he was safe. So stolen base for Sokol. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes on Hamakawa. No score, top of the first inning between Edmonds and Everett. Here is the pitch, and misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes now on Hamakama. Infield playing regular depth. And the outfield the same as way. They're all straight away. Larson is ready. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and he's taking all the way, and it's a strike. Story Field, 306 down the left field line, 342 to the left center power alley, 387 to straightaway center, and then you have to get over the roof of the barn, which is about 20 feet up. Then to right center field, 354 and 326 down the right field line. We have seen a couple of home runs hit here at Story Field. Here's the 3-1 pitch, curveball at the knees, strike two. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But you know, here, when you're playing wood bat and the heavy air, it seems pretty rare to see a home run, but we have seen a couple of right field, and one yesterday off the left center banner, the ILWU Local 21 banner. 3-2's the count. Here comes the pitch, and the fastball, strike 3 called, and Hamakawa is rung up for the second out of the inning. He thought it was a little bit low, but Chris Claflin says, nope, strike 3, go to the bench. So Larson records his first strikeout of the ball game. Now they'll bring to the plate David Gibbons. Gibbons, the first baseman here this morning for the Tritons, who come in as the North #1 team. First pitch to him, it's a bender, strike 1. No balls and a strike on the #4 hitter for the Tritons. Edmonds won the North with a record of 39-8, 19-5 in region play. Everett was #2. Here's the next pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen for strike 2. Everett, though, was a good 6 games behind the Tritons as they ended up 13-11 in the North region. Overall, 32-17. Larson on top of the count, and Gibbons now at no balls and 2 strikes. Edmonds nothing, Everett nothing. Top of the first. Larson from the stretch. Quick check back to second. Here's the pitch, curveball, swing, and a bouncing ball hit to the third baseman, bobbled by Marshall. The low throw in time, and Gibbons is out, and so is Edmonds here in the top of the first inning. After 1/2 inning of play, Edmonds nothing, Everett nothing.
The guard has over.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Wyatt Stanley will face Cam McGrath, Trent Tinglestad, and Nick Anderson as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Stanley on the year has appeared in 11 games, started 10, has 2 complete games so far. On the year has a record of 7-1 and an ERA of 1.42. He has struck out 48 and walked 23. And the first pitch from the right-hander to McGrath is called strike 1. No balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter Cam McGrath. He'll be followed by Tinglestad and Anderson. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and bounce foul. They count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, McGrath. McGrath, Tingelstad, Anderson, McCormick, Head, Rodriguez, Hacker, Owens, and Marshall, the lineup for Everett here this morning. Here's the next pitch, and it misses a bit high for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Everett leadoff man. Edmonds pitcher Wyatt Stanley stands tall. Here's the pitch, and that fastball is low for ball 2. Stanley, a freshman from Onalaska, which is not that far here from Longview Kelso. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, foul tipped actually into the glove, and McGrath strikes out for the first out of the inning. So Stanley picks up his first strikeout of the ballgame as he fans McGrath to lead off the game. Now to bring to the plate, Trent Tingelstad. Tingelstad, the left fielder for Everett here this morning. And he swings at the first pitch, chopped towards the shortstop, charged by Hamakawa. The throw to first just in time and got him at first base. Tingelstad retired on a bang-bang play at first base, and we might get ourselves a look here as JoJo Howie coming on over. We'll take a couple more looks because it is a bang-bang play, and I think we'll get a review. Here comes, and he's safe. Yeah, he's safe. Well, that call will be overturned. As you can see, the ball not to the glove as his foot is on the bag. So it looks like Tingelstad will get an infield base hit. They may overturn it there, but they may go to the monitor. We'll find out here in just a moment. And there will be a replay review. So we are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. Had a great look here on our replay, and you can clearly see that Tingelstad's foot just beats it. You see the foot right there, and then the ball just hitting the glove. So they already overturned it, I'm guessing. So yeah, Tingelstad is safe on the infield base hit. So nice hustle by Tingelstad, a nice play by Hamakawa, but Tingelstad able to beat out the throw, and he reaches base on the infield base hit. That'll bring the plate, Nick Anderson. Anderson, the second baseman here for Everett. Sophomore from Marysville will step on in, and he takes the first pitch low. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Anderson. No score, Edmonds and Everett. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out. Trojans at bat. Here's the next pitch. Curveball hits slowly but into the hole. Sliding stop by Hamakawa. The throw to second base. They got him at second base. Another nice play by Hamakawa as he goes deep into the hole. Flips it over to the second baseman Sokol, and Tingelstad is out. He's out arguing, so he knows he's out there. And the Tingelstad is retired 6-4. So Anderson on first on the fielder's choice. And now with 2 outs, Tingelstad is at first base. Or Anderson's at first base. Up to the plate comes McCormick. He takes the first pitch, ball 1. So Hamakawa with a couple nice plays. That one was really a nice one deep in the hole. The sliding stop and the flip to second to get Tingelstad. Here's the next pitch. That's a fastball, an inside edge, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kenny McCormick. Infield playing back with the exception of Gibbons at first. He holds the runner Anderson on. Short lead over there. Here comes the pitch. Curveball down the middle. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McCormick. McCormick, a freshman up in the Puget Sound area. He calls Renton his home. He'll step on in. Here comes the next pitch, curveball, bounced up the middle off the hand of the pitcher. It comes out to the second baseman, and Sokol steps on second baseman. And Anderson's retired for the third out of the inning. After one complete inning of play, your score: Everett nothing, Edmonds nothing.
I'm Danny Horton, and I'm an STCU member. The windstorm of 2015, who doesn't remember that? Had no power, were the heaters, the horse trough was a 600-pound block of ice. STCU stepped up. I went straight down. I got the loan I needed. If it hadn't been for STCU and the ability to provide everything I needed, where would I have been? I'm Danny Horton, and STCU is here for good.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With two main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
No score as we go to the top of the second inning. Edmonds and Everett both with base hits in their at-bats, but unable to advance them to the dish, and so we're scoreless after one. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Mac Larson, who got out there late to get his warm-up tosses, now has got a couple more left, and then we'll get the second inning underway. Again, a couple more games after this today. A losers out contest set to start at 2:05, Lane and Spokane. And then a winners bracket game at 5:35, Yakima and LCC. LC beating Spokane 10-3 last night. That was the late game. And Yakima defeating Edmonds 2-0. So Sagdahl, Tiffany, and Sales due up for Edmonds here in the top of the second inning. Larson is ready. Again, he'll work from the stretch, even with no one on base. And the first pitch, fastball, taking all the way, strike one. No balls and one strike on Sagdahl. Sagdahl, sophomore from Decatur High School up in Federal Way. Comes the 0-1 pitch. That fastball, or curveball rather, waved at and missed for strike two. No balls and two strikes on Sagdahl. Infield plays back deep. Again, this artificial turf is very fast. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Another fastball, and that one's fouled back to the backstop. And the count stays at 0-2. Again, this artificial turf was installed in 2017. Also recycled material where the dirt part is. So the ball gets to you quick. When you slide, sometimes you almost slide right past the bag. You got to be ready for that. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing, high fly ball, left field. Backing up on the ball is the left fielder Tingelstad. Makes the catch, and we have one out here in the top half of the second inning. Well, Castle Rock got beat in the semifinals at the state 1A softball tournament, losing by a score of 6-1, so they'll play later today for third and fourth. Just got that text from Castle Rock High School. Trey Tiffany will now step on in, the designated hitter for the Tritons. First pitch to him, outside, ball one. One ball, no strikes on Tiffany. Tiffany, a freshman from Stanwood High School, which is up there in Camino Island, where I know a lot of people go this time of year for the Memorial Day. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That bounces up to the plate, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Tiffany. If you are traveling, please travel safe on this Memorial Day weekend. A lot of traveling as the summer season unofficially gets underway, or maybe officially gets underway. I don't know. We'll do a lot more barbecues, I know that. Here's the next pitch, check swing. They'll look down at first. Nope. And Tiffany holds up, and the count 3 balls and no strikes. And of course, a lot of baseball too. A lot of baseball through Monday here at Story Field. Larson is ready. Again from the stretch. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And Tiffany taking all the way, and it's called a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Edmonds wearing the old Houston Astro uniforms with the stripes across the lower part of the jersey. I always liked those old Astro uniforms. Those were so cool. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, past the diving shortstop into left center field for a base hit. So Tiffany shoots one between short and second, and he has a leadoff base hit here for Edmonds. Second consecutive inning that the Tritons have had a runner on a base hit, and now we'll see what Connor Sales can do here. Sales, the right fielder for the Tritons. Edmonds nothing, and Everett nothing, with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Here's the first pitch, and strike 1. No balls and a strike on Sales. Sales from Lake Stevens, sophomore, hits from the left side. Larson a long time on the mound. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. A nice block by McCormick. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner again takes his lead. And Larson is ready. Just barely has foot on the right part of the pitching plate. Here's the next pitch. Swing, a soft line drive into right field. That'll fall for a base hit. Hacker quickly in on the play, but advancing down the second base is Tiffany. So Sales, a soft line drive into right field for a base hit, and the Tritons now have picked up their 3rd safety of the ball game. Now threatening as they have a runner at second base with just 1 out. Now they'll bring to the plate Colby Force. Force, the left fielder for the Tritons here this morning, looking to give his team the early lead. No score, Edmonds and Everett, top of the second, 1 out. Larson from the stretch, first pitch, fastball, and Force is taking for strike 1. Force, a freshman from Puyallup, went to Rogers High School up there. Get a look there at the Edmonds dugout. Now Force is ready, so is Larson. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Force. Middle infield plays back. In fact, the entire infield playing back, looking for the double play ground ball. Outfield straight away. Larson again. 1 look back to second. Here's a pitch, swing, popped up, left field line. It's going to be trouble. That's a long way. A diving try, and it's a foul ball. Third baseman went out there. Marshall extends as far as he could. He dives, could not come up with the ball, but it looked like about a foot foul. That was really no man's land, and it did land a good foot or so foul as that was hit off the end of the bat, and Force almost dumped one into no man's land to pick up a run. Good effort, though, by Marshall, but just could not come up with the diving grab. So the count stays no balls and 2 strikes on the number 8 hitter, Colby Force. Larson ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and foul back to the backstop. And the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Tritons looking to draw blood first here in this rivalry game. The 2 schools about 20 miles apart, but they see each other more than they like, I'm sure. Larson's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch, curveball. Top towards the pitcher. He's got it, looks to third, and he'll throw to first for the out. Topped in front of the plate towards Larson. Larson took a quick look to third, but didn't think he had time to make the play, so he takes the sure out at first base. So Force retired 1-3 on the play for the second out. Tiffany will go to third, and sails down to second. And I'll bring up Leighton Moniz. Moniz, the number 9 hitter for Edmonds this morning, the third baseman. Got a couple ducks there on the pond with 2 outs here in the top of the second. And the first pitch, he's taking all the way. It's high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Moniz. Edmonds nothing, as I mentioned. Everett nothing. 2 outs now, top of the first inning. So Larson will continue to work from the stretch. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Cut out and missed. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Moniz. Moniz can keep the inning alive. We'll get to the top of the order. And Morrison for the Tritons. Larson ready. Here's the next pitch. And that one is high and away for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Moniz. Moniz takes his practice cuts. Now he steps in. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that fastball misses outside for ball 3. Moniz from Kapaa, Hawaii. I believe that's the big island of Kauai. Friends of mine go there all the time. Come to Kapaa. He's out here looking to give his team the early lead. 3 balls, 1 strike on Moniz. Here comes the pitch. And it's a curveball up and in, ball 4. So Moniz walks, and that'll load the bases here with 2 outs as Larson walks his first batter of the ball game. And that'll bring to the plate top of the order and Guthrie Morrison. Morrison led off the ball game for Edmonds with a base hit to left field. Now an opportunity to give his team the lead. Edmonds nothing, Everett nothing. Top of the second, 2 outs. Larson ready, first pitch. A fastball, and Morrison taking all the way. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the leadoff hitter for the Tritons. Infield now plays back, outfield straight away. Infield, if it can knock it down, has a force at any base. Larson, again, a very deliberate pitcher out there. As a financial cooperative founded by teachers, STCU is happy to support the students of the community colleges of Washington. You can join our not-for-profit credit union if you live, work, attend school, or worship anywhere in Washington. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing a soft line drive towards the second base and leaps. It's off his glove into right field. That'll pick up 1 run. It'll score 2 runs, a throw to third base, and out at third is Moniz. The run will count. Both runs will count, as scoring from second base was Sales before the tag down to third, and the Edmonds Tritons pick up 2 runs here in the second inning. So after 1.5 innings of play, your score, Edmonds 2 and Everett nothing.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Bottom of the second inning, Edmonds on top of Everett 2-0 after the 2 RBI single by Morrison to give the Tritons a 2-0 lead. That'll send to the plate Danny Head. Head takes the first pitch for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Danny Head. Pitcher Stanley is ready, and the next pitch is called ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Head. Head from Granite Falls, Washington. Again, that is up north. Again, these two schools so close. There's the next pitch, bounce foul. These two schools so close, I imagine they compete for a lot of the same athletes. And some obviously go to Everett. Some obviously go to Edmonds. 2 balls and 1 strike on Head. Here's the next pitch. Fastball low and away, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike on Head. Rodriguez awaits on deck, and Hacker will follow him for Everett here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the next pitch. It's low, ball 4. So Head will trot on down to first base as Stanley issues his first walk of the ball game. That'll bring the plate shortstop Rodriguez. Rodriguez from Issaquah, freshman. And he went to Issaquah High School. As now the runner will take his lead at first base at his head. Held on by Givens. Here's the first pitch, and he takes it high, ball 1. I don't know if I gave you the Edmonds defense. Colby Force is in left field. Guthrie Morrison is the center fielder. Connor Sales is in right. As you take a look there at Rodriguez, we'll get the rest of it after this next pitch. Runner takes his lead. Here's a pitch, and that's low, ball 2. Third baseman is Leighton Moniz. Yugo Hamakawa is the shortstop. Nick Sokol is the second baseman. Gibbons is at first. Stagdahl behind the plate, and Wyatt Stanley is the pitcher, and we're going to have a conversation out there. And it's a long conversation. So Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for the next quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Bottom of the second inning, and the conversation is over. Stanley gets the advice he needs, and now coaches and players will return to their positions as the count is 2 balls and no strikes on Rodriguez. Take a look at him there, the number 28 on his jersey. Here's the next pitch, that fastball inside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Rodriguez. You know, walks end up always coming back to bite you, as leadoff walks almost always score. Here's the next pitch, taking all the way, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Kyle Rodriguez, and back-to-back walks given up by Stanley to start the second inning of play. And already we're getting some action in the bullpen down there for Edmonds. So 2-0 Edmonds on top of Everett, but nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning, and runners at first and base on consecutive walks. That'll bring to the plate Chase Hacker. Hacker, the right fielder, picked up an assist earlier on getting Moniz on the single there, a spin back to first base or second base and back safely his runner Head. Hacker, you have to admit, has got a great name. As why else would you not play baseball if your name is Hacker? Warming up from the bullpen down there, C.J. Blowers. And if that name's familiar, yeah, it should be. Here comes the pitch. It's bunted down the third base line. It's a good one. Gloved by the third base and throw to first. And safe at first base is Hacker. Hacker legs it out as Moniz threw to first, but not in time, and the bases are loaded now for Everett. The second baseman was there to make the grab, but Hacker beats it out. And now all sorts of action for Everett here as they have loaded the bases on a couple of walks and now an infield base hit, and Morrow Owens will come to the plate. 2-0 Edmonds leading, but Everett has the bases loaded. First pitch, cut on and miss, strike one. Owens, the first baseman for Everett. He comes from San Bernardino, California. One of the few Californians that comes up to play ball in Washington State. Here's Stanley's next pitch. Off speed, outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Owens. Head at third, Rodriguez at second, Hacker at first. In a 2-0 game, Edmonds, but Everett threatening. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, foul back to the screen. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's funny. I was talking yesterday when we were here that how many balls have been hit off the steel foul poles behind us. It happened 3-4 times so far. And said we'll go years, it seems like, and never see the ball go off that pole. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball into center field. Going back is Morrison. He'll make the catch. Runner is tagging from third. The ball thrown to the shortstop, and scoring from third base is Danny Head. Well, Owens does his job as he has a sacrifice fly to center field. Morrison makes the catch for the first out, but picks up the RBI, and Everett is on the board. Rodriguez has to stay at second, Hacker at first, and that'll bring up to the plate the third baseman. Connor Marshall will step on in. First look today at Stanley. And Stanley will work from the stretch. First pitch, off speed high, ball one. Marshall, also from Mill Creek. For the Everett Trojans. Comes a 1-0 pitch, swing, fly ball, shallow right field. Moving over to his right is Sales. He'll make the catch, and the runners will not tag there. Well, Marshall hit it to shallow right field. Sales able to make the catch. Did not allow the runners a chance to advance on the fly. And now with 2 outs, it'll be up to Cam McGrath to try and deliver a base hit. Well, the Trojans trailing Edmonds by a score of 2-1 as McGrath comes to the plate. Cameron McGrath, right-handed batter, and the first pitch to him, strike one. No balls, 1 strike on McGrath. McGrath, the designated hitter this morning, struck out in the first inning. Stanley trying to get out of trouble as he leads by 1. Here's the next pitch, up and in, ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. A couple of walks and an infield base hit. That's turned into a run here for Everett in the bottom of the second inning. Stanley ready again. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball grounded back to Stanley. He's got it. Goes 3/4 of the way to first base. Underhands it to the first baseman, and McGrath is retired, and so is Everett here in the second inning. After 2 complete innings of play at the NWAC Baseball Championships, Edmonds 2, Everett 1.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, These soldiers paved the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a Guard engineer.
Sokol, Hamakawa, and Gibbons do up for Edmonds here in the top of the third inning, with Edmonds leading Everett by a score of 2-1. Sokol reached base on a fielder's choice back in the first, stole a base, but wasn't able to score. The first pitch from Mac Larson misses, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Sokol. Sokol this year batting .309. Right-handed hitter. Larson's ready. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a fly ball. Shallow right field. On comes the right fielder, Hacker. He makes a play for out number 1. For a moment, Hacker stopped and then speeded on up, and he's able to make the catch, and that's 1 out here in the third inning for Edmonds. That'll bring up Yugo Hamakawa. Edmonds on top, 2-1, and Hamakawa is 0 for 1 today. Get a new baseball. We are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service with more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities. Learn more about the Washington National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. Ball bunted down the third base line. It continues to roll, and it dies on the line. It'll be a fair ball. It rolled halfway down the line, and the third baseman, Marshall, was hoping it was going to roll a little more, but part of the baseball stayed on the line, so Hamakawa will get the base hit. You see it rolling down the line. Both the catcher and the third baseman just let it roll. And from this camera angle, you can't tell here from the first baseline. And it's ruled a fair ball. So down at first base is the Edmonds runner. Ball swung on, hit to shallow center field. Moving on over to make the catch is Head, and Gibbons is retired for the second out of the inning. So Gibbons' first ball swinging pops up to shallow center field, and Head makes the catch, and now we have 2 outs. That'll bring to the plate Nathan Sagdahl. Sagdahl 0 for 1. And he steps on in. Larson ready. Here's a pitch, and he's taking, and it's a strike. Sagdahl this season, .322 batting average. With 37 base hits, 115 appearances. Larson ready. Throw to first base, and back safely is Hamakawa. Again, Edmonds on top by a score of 2-1. Both teams scoring in the second inning. Edmonds picked up 2. Everett countered with 1 in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball hit towards the third baseman. Marshall's got it, throws the first in time, and Sagdahl is retired. For Edmonds, no runs and 1 base hit, and after 2.5 innings of play, Edmonds 2, Everett 1.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
I'm Deborah Jackson. I work at STCU. During the windstorm of 2015, we were expecting that members would need any number of things. I was talking with a colleague. It popped into my head that why can't we do something to help offset that cost for our members and our community? So that day we came up with the Get It Fixed loan. Everyone was on board with it. It was done that day. Being part of this community and involved and invested as we are, when we see a need like that, we take the action. I'm Deborah Jackson, and STCU is here for good.
Everett comes up, bottom of the third inning, trailing by a score of 2-1. Tinglestad, Anderson, and McCormick to face Wyatt Stanley. Tinglestad steps in and takes the first pitch, low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Tinglestad. Reached base on an infield base hit and is only at bat in the first, so he's 1 for 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike as Edmonds continues to have warm-up activity in his bullpen. Stanley is ready. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, swing and bouncing ball foul. And count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tinglestad. Tinglestad, .320 batting average this season. As he is ready, again, take a look at C.J. Blowers out there in left field for Edmonds. Now Tinglestad will step out. Everett wearing the same jerseys it wore yesterday. Very stylish. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, and that misses high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Tinglestad. Get a look there at Wyatt Stanley, the Edmonds hurler. Here's the next pitch, swing, bouncing ball to the first baseman. Glove there by Gibbons, goes to the bag, and Tinglestad retired for the first out of the inning. Just 1 easy hop, and Tinglestad's gone. Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path. Your pathway is clear at Pierce College. Stepping on in is Anderson, swings to the first pitch, strike one. A ball's and a strike on Anderson. 0 for 1 today, reached base on a fielder's choice in the first. Here's the next pitch, that one's inside for ball 1. Wyatt Stanley, even though his hometown's listed as nap line, the ball hit towards the third baseman, gloved over there, a high throw and pulled down by the first baseman Gibbons, and Anderson's retired for the second out of the inning. High chopper, Moniz goes to his left, made the grab, high toss, but Anderson retired for the second out of the inning. Stanley up to the plate, first pitch, off speed, strike one. Stanley, again, as I mentioned, from Alaska, but played his high school baseball at Napavine, which is traditionally one of the Washington State smaller school baseball powers. Comes the 0-1 pitch, swing, a line drive into left field, that'll fall for a base hit. Force over there to cut it off. It's down to first base goes McCormick. So McCormick, a 2-out base hit. Solidly struck into left field. That'll bring to the plate Danny Head.
Center fielder.
Head today, center fielder. No official at bats. He walked in the second and scored the lone Everett run as Stanley struggled with his control in the second inning. A couple of walks, an infield base hit, and it cost him a run. First pitch to Head, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike on Head. Edmonds 2, Everett 1, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Stanley ready, here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And he's quickly ahead of the count on Danny Head at no balls and 2 strikes. He'll step back in again. Here comes the next pitch. And that one misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Head. Rodriguez awaits on deck if Head can keep the inning alive. Cormick takes his lead at first, held on there by Gibbons. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Head is retired, and so is Everett here in the third inning of play. After 3, Edmonds 2, Everett 1.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Trey Tiffany steps up for Edmonds as we get ready to start the top of the 4th inning. Caught me munching on a candy bar there. You guys came back earlier than I expected. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. As I mentioned, Edmonds to come up here in the top half of the 4th inning. Trey Tiffany, Connor Sales, and Colby Force to face Mac Larson. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Edmonds. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Everett. First pitch swinging and hit foul into the party deck area, not the party deck area, but the area that has seating, extra seating outside the baseball field, the fan area. As the ball quickly got there, it's 0-1 on Tiffany. Here's the next pitch. Misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Larson is ready. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and it hit him. Looks like it did, yeah. Just got Tiffany, but it hit him, and it'll go down to first base. Tried to jackknife out of the way, but the ball sailed in on him, and Larson hits his first batter of the ball game. See the replay here. Good tight shot, and you can see it just got him, looked like on the 26th. So that'll bring to the plate Connor Sales. Sales today, 1 for 1 with a run scored, shows the bunt. The pitch misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Sales. 2-1 Everett. Again, elimination game, so obviously every run counts in every game, but sometimes teams will play a little more conservative, try and get a run where they can. Here's the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball, hit to the first base, and a throw to short for 1. The relay on to first, and it is in time. A 3-6-3 double play as Tiffany's retired 3-6 for the first out, and then the return throw from Rodriguez to Owens, and it gets Sales for the second out, and a double play turned by. We're going to have a look here, apparently. All right, well, I guess we better wait and see. As Sales felt he was safe, and we are going to have a review. So we'll just have to wait a moment and see if it will stand or not.
Edmonds has challenged the call at first base.
So right now we have Edmonds leading Everett by a score to 2-1 with 2 outs. No doubt about Tiffany being out at second. It's just a return throw, and yeah, he's safe. Oh, he was safe. So we'll have to take away that double play. Sales is safe at first base. Again, that's a pretty easy one. You can see that his foot is down before the ball is in the glove. So Sales will be at first on the fielder's choice. That's why I never do my scorebook in pen. because you have to erase things all the time. So Sales is safe at first on the fielder's choice, and now there is one out. Still is nicely turned from Owens to Rodriguez and back to Owens, but Sales with a good speed able to beat it out, and he is safe at first base on the fielder's choice. So one out now instead of two. Now bring to the plate Colby Force. Force is 0 for 1 today as he grounded out to the pitcher Larson. Now Chris Claflin will have to log the information that the challenge was successful. Now we'll get the ball game going once again. He's ready. Now he'll step behind the dish, and then we'll get play resumed again. So Force to step back in for Edmonds. Again, 0 for 1, bounce out to the pitcher Larson, is only at bat. Here's the first pitch, and it misses low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Colby Force. Left-handed batter for Edmonds. Another Puyallup product. Here comes the pitch. And it bounces away from the catcher McCormick. And down to second base goes Sales. I think that'll be a wild pitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. As it bounced up to the plate. And Sales moves on down to second base. There really wasn't a lot of chance there for McCormick as that ball bounced up. Now the count on Force is 2 balls and no strikes. Edmonds looking to add on to its lead as it has a 1-run advantage right now. From the stretch, here comes Larson's pitch. Swing and foul back to the screen. The count of 2 balls and 1 strike on Force. Force at .242 batting average this year. At least would like to put the ball into play to the right side of the infield to allow the runner Sales to move to third. Needs to get a productive out. But again, Larson very deliberate on the mound. 2-3 looks back to second base, and here's a pitch. Swing and a soft fly ball. It'll go over the shortstop's head into left center field. Rounding third and hitting for home. Here comes the throw, and out at home is Sales. A tremendous throw from left fielder Trent Tingelstad on a line to McCormick, and Sales is out by a good 10 steps. He is out by a good 15 feet. Here sees the replay, and there's the catch, and he's out by 15 feet as McCormick makes the tag. So Sales is out 7-2 for the second out of the inning. And down to second base is Force. Be credited with a single, but went to second on the throw. And up to the plate comes Leighton Moniz. Moniz takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Moniz. He walked and is only at bat in a second. So the score remains 2-1 Edmonds, but now with 2 outs. Larson ready, here's the pitch. Fastball, low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. You know, a little blooper that was hit by Force, yeah. I thought Sales had a good chance to score, but Tingelstad playing shallow and a laser beam for a throw, and McCormick with a catch, and really there's just no chance for Sales. Here comes a 2-0 pitch, and that's in the dirt again for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on the number 8 hitter, Colby Force. Larson has walked just the 1 batter so far. It's Moniz. And he has struck out 1. There's the pitch, strike 1. 3 balls and a strike on Moniz. Larson has had runners on base every inning. And so far, he's just given up the 2 runs. He has stranded 3. Here's the next pitch, swing and fouled away. But there still's another runner on at second base for Edmonds at the moment. Edmonds again was the North #1 team, and Everett the North #2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, swing and a line drive foul. Going to the play area, which will be made into a play area for the West Coast League College Black Bears when they start play next Thursday, May 31st. And we'll have West Coast League baseball throughout the summer. And following that will be the Babe Ruth World Series, 15-year-old Babe Ruth World Series. I believe that starts August 9th. A lot of baseball here at Story Field. Here's the next pitch. Strike 3 called, and Moniz is rung up. So Edmonds threatens but cannot score. And after 3.5 innings of play, Edmonds 2, Everett 1.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
Bottom of the 4th for Everett, Rodriguez, Hacker, and Owens to face Wyatt Stanley. Edmonds continues to lead by a score of 2-1. Had a chance at the top of the inning, but had a runner thrown out at the home plate dish, and so we stay at 2-1. Rodriguez takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Rodriguez walked his only at bat in the 2nd inning. Here's the next pitch. This is high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kyle Rodriguez. .217 hitter on the season. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now on the shortstop. Infield playing straight away. Outfield medium depth. Straight away as well. As the wind starts to blow in just a little bit. Comes a 1-2 pitch. That off-speed pitch is high, ball 2. Again, when the wind blows around here, more often than not, it will blow on in from left field towards home and keeps the ball inside the yard. Comes a 2-2 pitch, curveball, swing and a fly ball into left field. Moving on over is Force. He is there to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Rodriguez flies out to Force. We have 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring the plate Chase Hacker. Hacker today, an infield base hit. So he's 1 for 1. First pitch from Stanley, swing, fly ball, hit into center field. Morrison standing right there. The left-hander makes the catch, and there are now 2 outs here in the 4th inning here for Everett. And that'll bring the plate the number 8 hitter, Morrow Owens. Owens is officially not been to the plate, but has an RBI, a sacrifice fly back in the 2nd. First pitch to him, curveball at the belt, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Owens. Stanley is ready. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Owens right at 200 on the year. Oh, now he's down in the count 0-2 though. You see him trailing by a single run. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, popped up right field, foul territory. The first baseman near the stands, and it'll go out of play. The count remains at no balls and 2 strikes on Owens. But yeah, the wind not blowing hard right now, but again, the way it blows through Longview Kelso, usually it will blow on in from left field to home. Comes the 0-2 pitch, and that is fouled at the plate. And the count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. White Stanley so far has given up just 3 base hits in this ball game and a run. That was due to his own wildness. He walked a couple batters, and that leadoff walk came around to score. Here's the next pitch. Swing popped up, shallow right field. Moving on in is Sales. He is there, makes the catch, and Everett is gone here in the 4th inning of play. After 4, Edmonds 2, Everett 1.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn and Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Edmonds and Everett in a duel here in Longview, and the score remains Edmonds 2, Everett 1 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. And for the Tritons, the 1, 2, and 3 hitters are due up to face Mac Larson. Guthrie Morrison, Nick Sokol, and Yugo Hamakawa. Morrison steps in, and the first pitch to him, strike 1. The walls and a strike on Morrison. Morrison, a couple of base hits, led off the game with a single, and then a 2 RBI single back in the 2nd. Right now, that's the difference in the contest. His team up by a run. Here's the next pitch, and he's taking all the way, and misses. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Morrison. Playing center field here this afternoon now, as we moved into the 2nd half of the day on this Memorial Day weekend. Comes a 1-1 pitch, that fastball, top towards the 3rd baseman. Marshall's got it, throws across the diamond. They have to make the tag, and he is out at first base. So Morrison retired for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Nick Sokol. Sokol today is 0 for 2. His foot might have been on the bag just to be safe, though. He tagged him as he went by, that being Owens. And Sokol 0 for 2. Reached base on a fielder's choice and stole a base in the 1st, and flied out to right fielder Hacker his last at bat. Swings the first pitch, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Sokol. Edmonds 2, Everett 1, top of the 5th, 1 out. Larson ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and fouled off the mask of the home plate umpire. And so professional courtesy is Kenny McCormick will go out and talk to his pitcher and give a chance for Chris Claflin to kind of gather his thoughts. Any of us who've umpired been hit in the noggin like that. That was a glancing blow. The ones that kill you are the straight shots. They send a shock right through you. Count no balls and 2 strikes now. As the umpire is ready, here comes the pitch. Swing and bounced foul at the plate. And the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes on Sokol. And yeah, you can get stung pretty good when he gets a square shot into your mask. Wakes you up. If you weren't hurting, you are after that. If you were hurting, you still are. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That bounces up the plate. Nice stop there by McCormick. And the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Take a look there at Chris. And he says, I'm good. Just keep playing. Larson is ready. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball stalled, strike 3. Sokol, I think, knew it and just looked at the plate and walks away as he strikes out for the first time today. For Larson, his second strikeout of the ball game. That'll bring up the shortstop. Yugo Hamakawa is 1 for 2 today. He was caught looking in the first and had an infield base hit back in the third. Left-handed batter. So the third baseman will cheat up even with the bag, and the pitch misses high and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Marshall just making sure that Hamakawa doesn't lay down a bunt and beat him that way. So again, he's even with the bag, creeps in a bit more, and here's the pitch. And he is taking, and it's a miss. So count 2 balls and no strikes on the number 3 hitter. Larson walks off the mound, and he will rub the baseball down, and they'll get back up on the bump. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit down the right field line. It is a fair ball all the way to the wall. Hamakawa on his way to second base, and he'll get in there standing with a 2-out double. Line drive down the right field line, fair all the way, had to be run down by Hacker, but Hamakawa steams on into second base with a 2-out double, and Edmonds a chance to add on to its lead. Be up to Gibbons. Gibbons, the first baseman for the Tritons here this afternoon, looking for his first base hit. He is 0 for 2. Larson is ready. Here's a pitch. Fastball, and it's downstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Gibbons. Gibbons grounded out to Marshall and flied out to the center fielder head here this afternoon. 1 ball, no strikes on Gibbons. Runner takes his lead at second base. Not being held on as much as I thought he would be. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's in the dirt. And again, McCormick, a nice job of blocking the ball, not allowing Hamakawa to advance to third. So it's 2 balls and no strikes now on Gibbons. Again, this is a loser's out ball game. Winner plays tomorrow at either 12:05 or 4:05, depending on what happens in the LCC Yakima game later tonight. Here's the 2-0 pitch, taking, and it's a called strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike now on Gibbons. Again, the loser, that season comes to an end. And Edmonds, the number 1 team out of the north, and Everett, the number 2 squad. Larson is ready. Again, a couple looks back to second base, and here's a pitch. And that fastball is outside, ball 3. Could tell from here that it was on the chalk of the left-hand batter's box, so it's outside by quite a bit, and the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Get one more quick look at Gibbons there, was the number 32 on his multicolored jersey. And here comes a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball, and that will go out of play. And the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hamakawa, good speed at second base, so you assume a base hit will score him. as the outfield plays regular depth. Larson is ready. Hear the chatter in the background. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, swing and a line drive into the gap in left center field. He will get down for a base hit and it's extra bases. Edmonds will score a run here and leads by a score of 3-2. Hamakawa scores easily from second base as Gibbons hits a shot into the gap into left center field, and he comes up with a 2-out RBI double, and back-to-back 2-out doubles for the Tritons. That gives them a 3-1 lead. And that might be it for Mac Larson, as he'll get a visit. His team trailing by a score of 3-1. And we'll see what is going to happen here after the conversation, as we're here in the top of the 5th inning, and the conversation's over and he'll stay in. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for the next quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. So back-to-back 2-out doubles for the Tritons has produced a run, and now Edmonds leads Everett by a score of 3-1, and standing down at second base is Gibbons, as coming to the plate is Sagdahl. Nathaniel Sagdahl, the catcher, and the first pitch he swings, pops it up, foul territory, third base side. Will there be room? And a leaping try by the third baseman Marshall, and he can't grab it out of the netting. He went right to the net and went against it, jumped, couldn't come up with it, and it's a foul ball. Well, good effort there by Marshall, went as far as he could go, and you see the leap and just hit the top of the netting, and it's a foul ball. So no balls and 1 strike on Sagdahl. He is 0 for 2 today, flied out to the left fielder Tingelstad, and grounded out to third baseman Marshall. Larson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing, fouled away. Behind us and out of play. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Edmonds trying to add another run here, has just picked up 1 in the top of the 5th, and now has a 2-run lead over its region rival, Everett. Larson ready. Couple looks back. Comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one hit him in the back. That one got away, and he got Sagdahl right in the back. And down to first base goes Nathaniel Sagdahl. So Larson hits his second batter of the ball game, and with 2 outs, now there are runners at first and second for the Tritons. Now the catcher McCormick will out and say something to Larson, as Everett has action in this bullpen. Edmonds on top by a pair of runs. Now you see the warming up down there in the Edmonds, or in the Everett bullpen. So Larson will set back up on the hill as he will face Trey Tiffany. Tiffany today is 1 for 1. A single and a run scored in the second, and hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Right-handed batter, the designated hitter here in game number 9 for the Tritons. Larson is ready. Here's the pitch, and that one is inside. Ball 1. Tiffany, as I mentioned, the other hitter that was hit by a pitch back last inning, and that looks like that's going to be it for Larson. Larson's labored here in the ball game, and he's been taking a lot of time. And it looks like he's going to be pulled here with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. That'll be it for Mac Larson. He'll go 4 2/3 innings, and he'll be replaced here as he's given up 3 runs on 8 hits so far, 1 walk, struck out a couple, and he hit 2 batters. He'll be replaced as the Trojans go to the bullpen. They'll try and limit the damage to just the 1 run here in the top half of the 5th inning. Coming on to pitch for Everett here. We'll look up who that is for Everett. That will be Alex Spauman. So Spauman in to replace Larson. Writing it on down, Spauman, a sophomore, right-hander from Monroe. And we'll get his numbers here as he steps up for Everett. Spauman on the year has made 10 appearances, started 10 games with 1 complete game. He has given up 59 hits in 55 2/3 innings. He has struck out 49 while walking 15, has a record of 5-5 and an ERA of 5.01. So Alex Spauman will come in to try and keep the Edmonds Tritons at bay, as so far they have scored 1 run here in the inning on back-to-back doubles by Hamakawa and Gibbons, and then Sagdahl was hit by a pitch. So runners at first and second now for the Tritons with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Again, you lose, you're done, and you win, you play tomorrow against either LCC or Yakima Valley, Lower Columbia College or Yakima Valley. They're scheduled to play at 5:35 here this evening. We'll have another game set to start at 2:05. Might be a bit behind as we're just here in the top of the 5th inning. We've been playing for about an hour and a half. This game kind of moving on a little slowly. And we'll see what happens in the second game. There you look at Spauman as he'll face Tiffany. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes on Tiffany. So Spauman ready. And the first pitch is a fastball low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Tiffany. Even though Larson struggled, he only walked 1, but he hit a couple of batters. But he gave up 8 hits in 4 2/3 innings. Spauman ready. Here's a 2-0 pitch, swing, and a chopper towards the third baseman. Glove there by Marshall. The throw off the bag. They tried to get the tag. Did they complete it? And apparently they did. So out at first base is Tiffany. Nice job by Owens to make the tag. And Edmonds is gone here in the 5th. After 4.5 innings of play, it's now Edmonds 3 and Everett 1.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
And there was no tag, there was interference, so the runner was out, and that ended the inning. That'll bring to the plate Connor Marshall for Everett as we start the bottom of the 5th. 3-1, Edmonds on top of Everett, and Wyatt Stanley continues to throw for the Edmonds team here. And so Marshall 0 for 1, ready for the next pitch. And he takes it inside for a ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Connor Marshall. Marshall 0 for 1 today. Flied out to the right fielder, Sales. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Marshall. Marshall at 193, his batting average. And here's Stanley's next pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Marshall knew it. He walked right away as soon as the pitch was called, and he's the first out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. For Stanley, his second strikeout of the afternoon. We'll go back to the top of the lineup, and Cam McGrath. JoJo Howie, in his first year as head coach, trying to get his team to not be a bridesmaid anymore. Next pitch, swing and a miss, because the last 2 years they've been the NWAC baseball runner-ups in 2016 and 17. So being the bridesmaid, they'd love to be the brides this year. But they got to win a few more games to get there. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Stanley looks good this inning as he struck out 1 and is already 0-2 on McGrath. McGrath 0 for 2 today. Stanley covers his face with his glove. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing, popped up. Shallow center field. Moving on over to his right is Morrison. He is there, makes the catch for the second out. So quickly 2 up and 2 down for Everett here in the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing Edmonds by a score of 3-1. In fact, now Stanley's retired the last 6 batters he's faced. He'll come up and face Trent Tingelstad, and Tingelstad takes the first pitch for a strike. Trent a single and a ground out to Gibbons at first base, so he is 1 for 2. He'll step out of the box now, step back in. As Stanley looks on in, here's the next pitch. Swing, fouled away, and the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Tingelstad. In the quick bottom of the 5th inning so far. And Stanley looks on in again. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that one misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Tingelstad. Stanley keeps his face very well covered when he's getting the signals. Into the last moment, and timeout called before he started his windup. But again, he's been effective, giving up just 1 run on 3 base hits. And that run coming in the second. Here's the pitch, and it's low, ball 2. That's really when he's only inning he struggled, when he walked the first 2 batters in the second inning. One of them scored, then he gave up an infield base hit, and the bases were loaded with nobody out and wiggled out of it, with just giving up the 1 run. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swing, fouled away, and out of play. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or looked at the time that Everett might be able to do a lot of damage, only able to get the sacrifice fly from Owens. And the next 2 batters were retired, and so at that time it was still 2-1. It's now 3-1. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing, fouled away again. The count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Tingelstad making Stanley work here. As the count is at 2-2. Here comes the pitch. And that fastball a little bit outside, ball 3. Shortstop Hamakawa thought that was strike 3. He was heading towards the dugout, but nope, the count goes full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now on Tingelstad. And he calls timeout again. We'll wait for the next pitch. Stanley fidgeting with the baseball. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and swinging a bouncing ball towards second. Grabbed there by Sokol, and he drops it. Would have been a tough play anyway, and I assume that's going to be ruled a base hit, as Sokol had to move to his right and would have had to make it a quick flip, and he's unable to make the transfer, so it'll be ruled an infield base hit. So Tingelstad, his second infield base hit of the ball game. That'll bring to the plate Nick Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 2, and now Tingelstad might have hurt himself on the run up the first base line. One of the trainers taking a look at him as he bends over and kind of grabs his right hamstring and trying to stretch it out. Again, a cool day here in Longview, which is normal this time of year. As he goes down the line, we'll take a look, and kind of pulled up a little bit as he hit first base. Maybe just strained it a bit as he's walking it off down the line a little bit. We are neighbors helping neighbors through a tradition of service of more than 6,000 citizen soldiers, which comprise our ranks throughout Washington State. Guardsmen faithfully safeguard lives and property at home and abroad. National Guard soldiers and readiness centers are an integral part of Washington State's communities and will continue to be for generations to come. To learn more about the Washington National Guard, visit nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. And it looks like Tingelstad's going to be unable to continue. Or he's going to come out of the contest. We're going to have a pitch runner. Drake Simons is going to run for Tingelstad. So Simons in to run for Tingelstad, as apparently he has pulled a hamstring or something as he tried to leg out the base hit, which he did, but he'll be unable to continue. So Stanley will now get ready, and he fires the first pitch in to Anderson for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Anderson. Anderson again looking for his first base hit. Reached base at a fielder's choice and grounded out to Moniz. Now different helmet for Simons. And he'll step back on first base bag. Get Edmonds with the 2-run lead over Everett, 3-1, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stanley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball, cut out and missed. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Nick Anderson. Get a look there at Simons. Simons from Meridian, Idaho. Meridian down by the Boise area, a freshman. Quick throw to first base, and he is back. Just going to look at my program for a quick moment, but I got all this food sitting on it. I guess I should move that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, bounce foul down the third base line. The count on 1 ball and 2 strikes. One thing you have to admit, they take care of us here in the press box. Jim Appleby with the Cowles Black Bears has been bringing us really good food to munch on between innings. Today we're having cheddar dogs, and they are great. Here's a 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Anderson is retired. So Everett's turned away here in the 5th inning of play. And after 5 innings, the score is Edmonds 3, Everett 1.
I'm strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Drake Simons will stay in the ball game as he replaces Tingelstad as we go to the top of the 6th inning here with Edmonds leading Everett by a score of 3-1. So Simons, who came in for Tingelstad after he was injured, will stay in left field. So for the Tritons here in the top of the 6th, you see a look, they are working on his right hamstring, so he must have pulled it a bit when he was trying to leg out that infield base hit. We'll bring up Connor Sales, Colby Force, and Leighton Moniz for Edmonds, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to face Alex Spauman. Spauman in relief of Larson. And the first pitch misses completely, goes all the way back to the backstop. That one must have got away from him because catcher Kenny McCormick had no chance, and it goes on the fly to the backstop. So 1 ball and no strikes on Sales. Sales 1 for 2 today. And the next pitch, bit inside and low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Sales. Single or run scored in the second, and reach base on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. Sales is ready, and here's the next pitch, and that's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on Sales. Sales was thrown out at home plate on the base hit by Force. Here's the next pitch. High chopper wide of first. Gloved there nicely by Owens. Flips to the pitcher, Spauman in time, and Sales is retired for the first out of the inning. A high chopper wide of first base, gloved nicely by Owens, and a good flip to the pitcher, Spauman covering, and Sales is retired for the first out. Colby Force will come to the plate now. Force today 1 for 2. Grounded out in the first to the pitcher, and then a single back in the 4th. And the first pitch to him, he shows the bunt, and he went. Strike 1. 2 balls and a strike on Force. Force, the left-handed batter. Where the school is located out of Linwood, actually. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Told that the college has more than 21,000 students take courses there at Edmonds. It's a lot. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that off the glove of McCormick, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. They average about 12,000 students per quarter. Again, the campus is located in Linwood. As Spauman is ready, and here's the next pitch. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Force. Didn't really like that call. He says something back to the home plate umpire, then sets back in. There are 137 full-time employees at Edmonds. Here's the next pitch, and that's high, ball 3. And an employment of about 1,600 people, almost 1,700 people. So it's a lot of employment. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and the fastball is high, ball 4. So Force, a 1-out walk, as that's the first walk given up by Spauman. And on the day, the second of the afternoon, issued by Everett pitching. That'll bring to the plate Moniz. First pitch to him, he's taking strike 1. No balls and a strike on Moniz. Moniz 0 for 1, walked in the second and struck out in the 4th. 3-1 Edmonds over Everett. 1 out, top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Fastball high. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Moniz. Hear the encouragement in the background. Here's the next pitch, and that a little bit outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Leighton Moniz. Number 9 hitter for the Tritons. Spauman ready. Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball. Hit into right field for a base hit. Hit it off the inside part of the bat and just squirts between first and second base. And Moniz picks up a 1-out single. Down to second goes Force. And Edmonds now with runners at first and second with just 1 out. And we'll go back to the top of the lineup and Guthrie Morrison. Morrison today at 2 for 3 afternoon. He led off the ball game with a single with 2 RBIs in the second, and grounded out back in the 5th. Right now that 2-run single is the difference. Spauman ready, here is the pitch. That fastball, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Morrison. Again, the winner of this game plays tomorrow. Unsure as what time as of yet. It's either going to be 12:05 or 4:05. Here's the next pitch, swinging a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Down to third base goes Force, and he is held there as the throw from Simons quickly gets on in, and the bases are now loaded. Morrison, a sharp single into left field, quickly covered by Simons, and forces Force to stay at third base. So Force to third, Moniz to second, and Morrison at first. As a walk and 2 consecutive base hits have loaded the bases now for Edmonds. Edmonds with the 2-run lead now has picked up double digits in hits, as that's the 10th safety of the ball game for the Tritons. That'll bring to the plate Sokol. The first pitch to him misses, ball 1. Sokol on the day is 0 for 3. Reached base on a fielder's choice in the first, flied out to the right fielder in the third, and struck out looking in the 5th. Spauman trying to get an ending double play to keep this a 2-run disadvantage. Pitch, swing, foul away. And 1 ball and 1 strike on Sokol. Middle infield playing back. The corner infielders playing even with the bag near the cut of the grass. Again, it's artificial turf here. Here's the 1-1 pitch, just inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Sokol. So the ball does get on top of you very quickly here. And the turf's only 2 years old, was installed last year. It's in great shape. Spauman ready. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive into the gap left center field. Moving on over is Simons. He'll make the catch for the out. Tagging from third and sliding in safely to score is Colby Force. Ball cut off as Sokol delivers a sacrifice fly to left field. Simons makes the catch, but the run scores, and now there are 2 outs. So it's now 4-1 as Force able to slide in safely. And the lead is now 3 for Edmonds. Runners at first and second stay. So at second base is Moniz and Morrison at first. To bring up Hamakawa. He's got a couple of base knocks here today. Now Spauman from the stretch. Couple 3 looks back to second base. Now timeout called. Edmonds with 2 in the second, now 1 here in the 5th and 6th. Everett's countered with a single run in the second inning. Now the Tritons have led the entire ball game. Here's a pitch, swing, slice foul into the grandstands over the netting, and that one got on top of the wooden bleachers quickly. Baseball players sitting there, so they should have caught it. They're all kind of chuckling. That got there quick, and here it does. The stands are right on top of the field, as most baseball parks. So you got to be alive, ready for fly balls, line shots coming on through. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, throw down to second base, and diving back to second base safely is Moniz. Ball was towards the shortstop side of the bag. Moniz had a good-sized lead, but the ball was 8-10 feet off the bag, and Moniz able to get back in there. Count 1 ball, 1 strike on Hugo. And Spauman, he takes his time while he's up on the mound. Couple looks back to second again. Here's a pitch. That fastball misses, ball 2. Look a little low. Count 2 balls and 1 strike on Hugo. I think it's easier just calling that instead of Hamakawa. Easier to say. Wonder what his nickname is. Count is 2-1. Spauman ready. Here's the pitch. Takes the off-speed pitch, and that is high. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now on Hamakawa. Gibbons awaits on deck. He's able to keep the inning alive, as Edmonds has now expanded the lead to 3 over Everett. Comes a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Grabbed there by Rodriguez. Will go to the bag and retires the sliding runner there, and the inning comes to an end. But Edmonds picks up a run here in the 6th inning, and after 5.5, it's Edmonds 4 and Everett 1.
My name is John Archuleta, and I'm a loan service bankruptcy officer with STCU. I help members that are struggling with their financial obligations. A lot of times people feel as if they're not good enough. Their finances are telling them that they should have known better. Our goal really is the financial health and well-being of the member. We are our members. Our members are us. We don't have investors here. We're not protecting the investor's bottom line. No matter what's going on, we're dealing with people's lives. I'm John Archuleta, and STCU is here for good.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
Bottom of the 6th. McCormick, Head, Rodriguez due up to face Wyatt Stanley. Stanley has gone 5+ innings so far, allowed just 4 base hits, 1 run, and his team leads by a score of 4-1. First pitch to McCormick is ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on McCormick. McCormick, the catcher, 1 for 2 today. Fielder's choice to end an inning, and a single to left in the 3rd. That pitch bounces up to the plate and to the screen, and the count 2 balls and no strikes on McCormick. Winner of this contest remains alive. Loser drives up by 5 north. And the next pitch way outside, ball 3. And its season will come to an end. And Edmonds was the #1 team out of the north with a 39-8 record. And Everett #2. Here's the next pitch, bounces up the plate, ball 4. Well, McCormick will walk on 4 straight pitches as Stanley walks his 3rd batter of the contest. The other 2 came in the 2nd inning when he walked the leadoff batter, and then the next batter, Rodriguez as well, gave up an infield base hit and a sacrifice fly, and that's how Everett cobbled together its 1 run. They'll bring to the plate Head. Head was the one that led off the 2nd inning with the walk and scored the lone run for the Trojans. He's 0 for 1 as he struck out back in the 3rd. Here's the pitch, swing and a high fly ball. Left field, moving back on the ball is Force. He's near the line. Now he comes on up and he can't make the catch. Went all the way to the wall, then started moving to the left towards the short fence over there. Reached up, and I don't think it hit his glove. It may have, but it was unable to hold on to it. It's right there near the party deck, and no, it was out of place. I don't think it touched his glove. So no balls and 1 strike on the hitter Head. Stanley from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Head. 4-1 Edmonds over Everett. Lead at first by McCormick, and the pitch swung on and missed. Got past the catcher, but McCormick not going. The ball went behind him and off to the left, and able to be run down by Sagdahl before a chance for McCormick to move. So the count 1-2 now on Head. And McCormick will take his lead at first as he's held on by Gibbons. Infield hoping for the double play ground ball. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. left field towards the line again. The left fielder and the third baseman looking at it as well into the fan area. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Be lots of tables out there starting on Thursday for the West Coast League team here, the Cowles Black Bears. I think it's about their 7th year that they'll be playing. Starts on Thursday. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Head strikes out. Head strikes out for the 2nd time this afternoon. Stanley is 3rd strikeout of the afternoon, and twice he's gotten Head. Now to bring to the plate Kyle Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the shortstop, is 0 for 1 today. Walked in the 2nd and skied to force out in left field. Stanley again from the stretch. Here's a pitch. Swing and fly ball. That slices foul out of play. Down the right field line. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. On the shortstop, who hits number 6 for the Trojans. Now got a baseball on the field that came out of the bullpen. And it's run down by one of the Edmonds kids. There is some action down there again. They're starting to get warmed up. Stanley has gone 5 1/3 innings so far and been in command most of the day. Here's the next pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rodriguez. Stanley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit to the left side and through for a base hit into left field. Hamakama tried to track it down, but it went through the hole and into left field for a base hit. So Rodriguez, his first base hit of the ball game. And down to second base goes Kenny McCormick. And now the Trojans try to get something going here as they're down 4-1, but have runners at first and second with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. And the stat in this ball game is Edmonds 4, Everett 1. And the conversation is over as Stanley will again look for the ground ball to get out for the double play. Chase Hacker will step up to the dish. He is 1 for 2 today. He has an infield single, and he flied out to the center fielder. Again, he's got a great name for baseball, Chase Hacker. You're outfield, you chase everything. When you're up to the plate, you're hacking at everything. So give his parents credit for coming up with that ball name, really, when you think about it. Here comes the first pitch to him. And that's low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Hacker. Hacker this season, not a great batting average at .232. As Stanley is ready, and here's the next pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. Hacker from Linwood, up there in King County. Or imagine the majority of these kids come from. Probably a few from Pierce counties. I scan over the roster, and yeah, the majority are King County kids. There's 1 from Boise, 1 from San Bernardino, and 1 from Meridian. That's about it. Stanley ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and the off-speed pitch misses low and away for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Owens is from San Bernardino. Simon's left fielder from Meridian, Idaho. Stanley ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That fastball low, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. And Aiden Callahan, the pitcher from Boise. The rest all close up there in King County area, King County, Pierce County, all in that area. But again, that's where you're going to heavily recruit, where your school is. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's outside, ball 4. Well, Hacker down to first base, and that's the second walk of the inning here, given up by Stanley, his 4th of the afternoon. And Kenny McCormick will move down to 3rd. Rodriguez down to 2nd. And at first base is Hacker, and that's going to be it for Stanley. Stanley's going to go 5 1/3 innings as he's going to be replaced. Right now he's given up 1 run on 5 base hits. He's responsible for 3 runners on base, so he can't lose the ball game, but it's a possibility he may not win it either. Walked 3. Oh, that's all right. He walked 4. And he struck out. How many did he strike out? He didn't strike out a lot. 1, 2, 3. So he did strike out 3. Walked 4 and he struck out 3. And he'll be replaced here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Edmonds. Pitching for Edmonds will be, it's like Tiffany. That is. Tiffany, who has been in the ball game for the Edmonds team as the designated hitter, is now going to pitch. We'll see if he stays in the contest as a hitter, but Tiffany is going to be the new pitcher as he comes in to replace Stanley. So Tiffany moves from the designated hitter spot to the pitching mound as he's trying to keep Everett from putting any runs here on the board. His team on top by a score of 4-1. Edmonds on top by a score of 4-1. Tiffany on the year has appeared in 1 game, 3 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, and in that game walked 2, struck out 5, and has an ERA of 0.00. So Tiffany, making just his 2nd appearance on the mound, is going to try and get through this lineup here and keep his team on top. As to the plate comes Owens. 4-1 Edmonds with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the first pitch from Tiffany to Owens is strike 1. No balls and a strike on Owens. Today he is 0 for 1. Tiffany is ready. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swinging, a fly ball. Shallow right center field. Moving on over is Morrison. He makes the catch. Runner tags on 3rd. Here comes the throw of the slide. He is safe at home. A good throw on 1 hop. And McCormick has to put his hand out there just before the tag by Sagdahl. And he is safe at home. And Everett picks up a run here on the play. Here you see the replay. As you can tell, McCormick struggling to get on home, and he just got that hand down before the tag was made. So the sacrifice fly by Morrow Owens, his 2nd of the ball game, and he's got 2 RBIs, and it is 4-2. Edmonds leads. Ball goes off the glove of the catcher. The runners thought about advancing, but did not. Runners did not advance on the sacrifice fly, even though the ball went all the way to home plate. And they're still at 1st and 2nd. Marshall, 1 ball, no strikes, as he looks for his first hit of the afternoon. Flied out to the right fielder and struck out back in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball, out of play. And they count out 1 ball and 1 strike. So Tiffany trying to quell the rally as he has 2 outs now. And a 1-1 count on Marshall. Here comes the pitch. Curveball swing. Fouled away again. That twist out of play on the right field side. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Marshall. Again, the base on balls are what hurt Stanley. He had 2 walks in the 2nd, cost him a run. 2 walks here in the 6th, and it cost him a run. But his team still leads 4-2. Next pitch, fastball fouled back to the screen. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tiffany back on the mound. Rolls that ball on his back. Runner at first fakes going. Here comes the pitch, and it's in the dirt for ball 3. Runner at first, Hacker not being held on at all. He faked going to second. Obviously, Tiffany wasn't worried about him because you always have a runner at second. So you're not going to run yourself out of an inning, hoping for a balk to move both kids up. The count full at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch, swing and a fly ball. Hit into right center field, a long run for Morrison. He reaches up and makes the catch. Morrison, a fine running catch, as at first I didn't think it was hit that hard, but it kept carrying, and Morrison near the warning track makes the catch, and Everett's retired here in the bottom of the 6th inning of play. We go to the top of the 7th. Edmonds 4, Everett 2.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
We're in the top half of the 7th inning now in a 4-2 game between Edmonds and Everett, and it's been a good one. Edmonds still leading by a score of 4-2, and that fly ball hit at the last batter there by Marshall. Like I said, I didn't think it was hit that hard, but it kept going and going, and Morrison made a great running catch in the inning. And up to the plate now for the Tritons, leading off is David Gibbons. Gibbons will lead off the 7th inning here for Edmonds. Smallman ready. Here is the pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit slowly up the first base line. Grabbed there by Owens will go to the bag, and Gibbons is retired for the first out of the inning. Well, Gibbons gone on the slow roller to Owens at first. That'll bring to the plate Nathan Sagdahl. Sagdahl today is 0 for 2, flied out to the left fielder and grounded out to the third baseman Marshall. Edmonds 4, Everett 2, 1 out, top of the 7th. Spallman in relief of Larson, and his first pitch is off speed and it misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the hitter Sagdahl. Spallman ready. Here's the next pitch. That one same spot, same result. 2 balls, no strikes. Infield plays back. Outfield shades him a bit to the right side. And here comes a 2-0 pitch. Fastball well outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes now on Sagdahl. Smallman is already walked 1 batter in this contest. Comes a 3-0 pitch, and Sagdahl taking all the way for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch, swing and a fly ball into center field, moving back on it his head. He is there, makes the catch for the out. A routine fly ball by Sagdahl out into center field, head with the catch. And there's 2 outs now for Edmonds here in the top of the 7th inning. That'll bring to the plate now the pitcher, Trey Tiffany. And so he will stay in the contest. And now about a straight 9, designated hitters out of the contest. So Tiffany on the ball game is 1 for 3, a single and a run scored, or 1 for 2, a single and a run scored in the first, hit by a pitch back in the 4th, and a fielder's choice in the 5th. First pitch to him, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Tiffany. Spallman ready. Here's the next pitch, and that catches the outside corner for strike 2. Tiffany on the year hitting just 194. Now he's down in the count, 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a two-hopper hit towards the second base and over is Anderson. He's got it, throws the first, and Tiffany's retired, and so is Edmonds here in the 7th inning. For the Tritons, a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Edmonds 4, Everett 2.
Station Portland on space to ground 3. Ready to close valve 2. Valve
1. As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
7th inning.
Bottom of the 7th inning to lead it off for the Trojans. Top of the order.
Bottom of the 7th, and Everett will send up the top of its order as it trails by a score of 4-2. Tiffany's first pitch, bunted down the third baseline by McGrath, grabbed by the catcher, throw to first in time for the out. McGrath put it down the third base line, but not far enough, as quickly getting on top of it was Sagdahl. Maybe went about 6-7 feet, and he fires a strike to first base, and McGrath is retired for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring to the plate Simons. He shows a bunt as well, and they look down to first base. Apparently he went strike 1. So apparently it was a strike, and the count is 0-1. I don't know if he... Here's the next pitch. Low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Simons. Simons is first at bat, as Tingelstead had to go out after legging out an infield base hit. Swings at the next pitch, hit into right center field. Moving on over is the center fielder Morrison. He's there for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down for Everett here in the 7th inning. And Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for next quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Bring to the plate Nick Anderson. Anderson, the second baseman, swings at the first pitch, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Anderson. Anderson 0 for 3 today, reached base on a fielder's choice in the first, grounded out in the third as he takes the next pitch low, and struck out in the 5th. Again, just 5 base hits so far for Everett. Here's the next pitch. Swing, popped up, out of play. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Anderson. Again, our next game will feature Lane and Spokane. It was set to start at 2:05. Next pitch, swing, and got away from the catcher. Sagdahl will run it down, throws the first, and in time, out at first base is Anderson. So 1-2-3 inning for Everett. We go to the 8th, and it's Edmonds 4, Everett 2.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Looks like we have a new pitcher for Everett. Down the mound is Andrew Bustard. Oh no, check that. Is Evan Hearn. Wait a minute. You got to get Everett, yeah. Oh, that's still Spaulding. Okay, yeah, it's same guy. Looking at the wrong jerseys here. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes on Connor Sales. Or looking at the wrong jerseys for just a moment. They go, what? They stuck a pitcher on me. Didn't see that. There's a 2-0 pitch. And that misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strike on Connor Sales. He'll be followed by Force and Moniz. 4-2 Edmonds leads here, top of the 8th inning. Here's the next pitch, taking all the way. Strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike on Sales. Here's Spaulding's next pitch. Swing popped up, left side, third baseman Marshall in fair territory makes the catch for the first out. Now we got a little more baseball here. Also, local note. One of our high school teams will be playing for the state championship later today. That'll be Kelso High School. They'll be playing 7 o'clock against Southridge out of Kennewick. They'll be playing in the Tri-Cities. As Colby Force steps up, swings at the first pitch, hits it to left center field. The center fielder there, Head, he makes the catch, and there are now 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down here for Edmonds in the top of the 8th inning. That'll bring the plate Leighton Moniz. Leighton Moniz, the number 9 hitter. Anyway, Kelso will be playing at 7 o'clock tonight. 6:55, we'll have that locally on 101.5 The Wave with Jim DeBruler. First pitch is a strike. Normally Jim is here helping out at the NWACs, but he got a trip to the Tri-Cities, and now Kelso will play for a state championship tonight. They won last night by a single run. The next pitch, swing and a miss on a bases-loaded walk. They knocked off Edmonds Woodway. I think it was 5-4. Heck of a way to end the game, but it happens. Count is 0-2 Moniz. Moniz 1 for 2 this afternoon. A walk, a strikeout, and a single back in the 6th. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball hit him on the top of the head. He'll walk away. Off-speed pitch hit him on the noggin, and he'll trot on down to first base. As Spaulding hits his first batter. That's the 3rd one of the day hit by Everett pitchers. And we'll probably get a look at him down there at first. And he'll have the trainer come out and take a look at him. So Kelso will be playing for a state championship here later this evening. And again, locally on the radio, it'll be 101.5 FM. That is The Wave. The reason I think of that is Mickey Polis, the basketball coach here at Lower Columbia College. Just saw him a few moments ago. He played for Mark Morris High School, baseball and basketball. And about, I think, 2005 or 2006, it was Columbia River, Mark Morris, and Kelso all playing for the state 3A baseball championship. The fourth team was O'Day. So you had 3 Greater St. Helens League teams in it. And of course, who won it? O'Day. It never fails. So Kelsey will be trying to win a state championship here this evening over in the Tri-Cities. And I believe Jim will be back either Sunday or Monday. Up to the plate comes Morrison. Hits the ball towards short, glove there, throw to first in time. And the Tritons are retired here in the 8th inning of play. After 7.5 innings to score Edmonds 4 and Everett 2.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
I'm Keith Appleton, Education Outreach Officer at STCU. I have been labeled as frugal. I'm more motivated by saving money than I am about spending money. I essentially have had the same vehicle for nearly half of my life. It's absolutely practice what you preach. One of my passions is mountain biking, and one of the ways that I can afford to have a quality mountain bike is by cutting expenses in other areas of my life. STCU has given me an opportunity to share things that I've learned with the community. I'm Keith Appleton, and STCU is here for good.
Okay, bottom of the 8th. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Everett as the Trojans are trailing Edmonds by a score of 4-2. And Tiffany's first pitch to Kenny McCormick is called ball 1. McCormick, Head, and Rodriguez due up for Everett here in the bottom of the 8th. The next pitch from Tiffany, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on McCormick. McCormick 1 for 2 this afternoon. Singled in the 3rd and struck out, or base on balls rather, in the 6th and scored a run. Count 2 balls and a strike. And again, that's the 2 innings that Everett got runs, is when Stanley had a couple of walks in each inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's at the knee, strike 2. And Stanley left after 5 1/3 innings as he gave up 4 walks, interestingly, 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 2nd. And that's when both single runs were tallied by Everett. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a high pop-up. Shallow center field. On comes the center fielder. That is Morrison. Takes a couple steps to his left, makes the catch for the first out. Well, McCormick skies it to shallow center field, allowing Morrison time to get underneath it. And he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Got to bring to the plate Danny Head. Head today is 0 for 2, walked and scored a run in the 2nd, then struck out his last 2 at-bats. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. No balls and 1 strike on Head. 245 on the season. That's his batting average. Curveball at the letters, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the number 5 hitter, Head. Center fielder as well. Here's the pitch, and he's taking all the way, and that's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tiffany in a groove right now as he looks out to his right fielder. Gave him a fist pump. Now here comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing, popped up, out of play, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tiffany came in after 5 1/3 innings, as I mentioned, a pitching of Stanley. Gave up both runs on 5 base hits. Here comes the next pitch. That fastball downstairs, ball 2. So Tiffany has not given up a base hit as of yet. Here he is ready. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and that slider is high, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Head. Rodriguez awaits on deck. Getting late in the contest, you've got one out here in the bottom of the 8th, and the pitch is high, ball 4. So Head will toss the bat to the dugout, and he'll trot on down to first. And for Tiffany, that's his first walk of the ball game. 5 free passes given up by Edmonds here in the ball game, and still lead by a pair of runs at 4-2. That'll bring up Kyle Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the shortstop, is 1 for 2 today. Walked in the 2nd, flied out to the left fielder, and singled back in the 6th. Tiffany's ready. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Rodriguez. Sokol and Hamakawa, the middle infielders, play back deep, looking for the ground ball double play. Tiffany ready. Here's the next pitch, and again at the knees, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes down Rodriguez. A runner at first base. Head does not take a very large lead. He's held on there by Gibbons. Now inch out a little bit more. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball, hit towards the shortstop. Hamakama flips to 1. The second baseman relay on the first in time, double play. And Everett's gone here in the 8th inning. After 8, Edmonds 4, Everett 2.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence. I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Okay, top of the 9th inning, and it's 4-2. Edmonds continues to lead Everett in this losers out ball game. Again, the winner will play at either 12:05 or 4:05 tomorrow, and the loser will go home. As a financial cooperative founded by teachers, STCU is happy to support the students of the community colleges of Washington. You can join our not-for-profit credit union if you live, work, attend school, or worship anywhere in Washington. Sokol, Hamakawa, and Gibbons due up for Edmonds here in the top of the 9th inning as the Tritons have the 2-run advantage. Spauman ready, first pitch, and the fastball, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Sokol. Sokol on the ball game is 0 for 3, but he has a run batted in. Here's the next pitch, check swing, and the pitch misses for ball 1. Sokol reached base on a fielder's choice in the first, stole a base, flied out to the right fielder in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, and a sacrifice RBI in the 6th. Here's the next pitch, and that one misses for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Sokol. Sokol, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, plays second base, just involved in that double play a moment ago. Swings and chops it toward the shortstop, Rodriguez. He's got it, high throw, and it gets past the first baseman, and safe at first base is Sokol. That'll be an error on the shortstop as Rodriguez just airmailed over the head of Owens. Had a lot on it, but he had too much height, and it's well over the head of the first baseman. Well, that is the first error of the ball game by either team, as we've had a very well defensive game played by both teams, but Rodriguez throws it away, and Sokol at first base. That'll bring up Hamakawa. So Spauman will have to work from the stretch. Runner takes his lead. And here's the pitch. The batter shows the bunt, a quick throw back to first, and an awkward return to first base for Sokol. As he went back and his leg looked like it kind of buckled, and he kind of stayed there on the bag. And yeah, his feet slipped and his leg kind of buckled. He was able to hold his balance by putting his left hand down and kept that foot on the bag. Again, that rubberized turf there sometimes is tough to keep your feet on the ground. Ball bounced up the first baseline, foul. The bunt a little bit foul by Hamakawa. And the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Hugo today, a couple of base hits, an infield single in the third, and a double and a run scored in the 5th. Still a great overcast day here in Longview. It's supposed to be better tomorrow. Again, shows the bunt and pushes it down the third baseline. Grabbed by the catcher, throw to first in time, and out at first base is Hamakawa. So the sacrifice is successful as the catcher able to rifle a shot down to the first baseman Owens, and that is the first out of the inning. So the sacrifice works, 1 out, but down to second base goes Sokol. That'll bring the plate Gibbons. Edmonds leading Everett 4-2 with 1 out in the top of the 9th. Spallman ready, first pitch, swing and a ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Rodriguez has got it, sets, throws to first in time, and Gibbons is retired for the second out of the inning. But down to third base goes Sokol as the ball was hit slowly and allowed Sokol to advance to third. That'll bring up Sagdahl. So 90 feet away from scoring another run for Edmonds is Sokol. And Sagdahl on the day is 0 for 2. Spallman will continue to work out of the stretch with the runner at third. Here's the pitch. He's taking all the way for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Sagdahl. He is flied out to left, grounded out to third, hit by a pitch and flied out to center. So he's 0 for 3. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Right field line. The right fielder coming on in foul territory. Hacker makes the catch, and Sagdahl's retired, and the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Your score, Edmonds 4, Everett 2.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade?
See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
People say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At Portland State, you tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets.
You let the world see who you are
and who you hope to be. Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go to do something great.
Your attention, please. Now in the lineup for Edmonds and pitching, number 23, Lucas Ford.
All right, we are back here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Edmonds goes to the bullpen once again as Tiffany was removed after going 2 2/3 innings. No runs on no hits. Walked 1 and he struck out 1, and Lucas Ford will try and put this game in the book for the Tritons. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here for Everett here in the ninth. Chase Hacker, Morrow Owens, and Connor Marshall are due up for Everett. Hacker, the right fielder, is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Just made a nice running catch in the inning, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Lucas Ford on to try and nail this down. He's appeared in 16 games, 19 and 2/3 innings, and the next pitch misses outside for ball 1. Has 13 saves on the year and an ERA of .45. That's a 0.45. That's unheard of. Next pitch misses low, ball 2. If I remember right, he got the save in the win over Big Bend on Thursday. He's trying to nail down another one. Here's the next pitch. A fastball at the knees for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the hitter. That being Hacker. His team trailing by a couple of runs, 4-2 here in the bottom of the ninth. Ford's ready. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, or yep, swing and a miss. The ball was dropped and the tag applied there, and Hacker strikes out for the first out of the inning. So Ford, his first strikeout, and that is the 5th strikeout of the ball game for the Edmonds staff. That'll bring to the plate Morrow Owens. Edmonds 4, Everett 2, 1 out, bottom of the ninth, going on base, and Owens to step in. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Owens on the ball game is 0 for 1, but he's got a couple of RBIs. A sacrifice fly in the 2nd for an RBI. Also another sacrifice fly in the 6th for an RBI. Here's the next pitch, outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Morrow Owens. Marshall awaits on deck for the Trojans. Here's the next pitch. That is high. And Everett needs a couple of runs here to keep the season alive. As we mentioned, the last 2 years have been the runner-ups here at the NWAC Baseball Championships. Swing and a pop-up, shallow center field. The shortstop moving on out there. Hamakawa makes the catch for the 2nd out. So Owens flies out for the 2nd out of the inning. Now it's up to Marshall. Again, Everett's going to need a couple runs to keep the season alive, because again, they're trying to become the brides, not the bridemaid, for the 3rd straight year. So it'll be up to Marshall. Marshall has not got a base hit here today. He's 0 for 3. Ford's first pitch, swing, foul back to the screen, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Connor Marshall. Flied out to the right fielder, struck out in the 5th, flied out to the center fielder. Just 5 base hits for Everett here this afternoon. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Check swing at the knees, strike 2. Now it's season and game time for the Trojans as Marshall is down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Ford is ready as he'll continue to work from the stretch. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, fastball swing and fouled. And the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Well, Marshall doing whatever he can to get on base here and give a chance to get the top of the lineup in Cam McGrath. But there's 2 outs and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, wasted way outside, ball 1. Ford gets the ball up there quickly, there's no doubt about that. Well, he throws hard. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. So Ford comes in, strikes out a couple of players, puts the game away, and Edmonds advances to tomorrow. Edmonds knocks off Everett by a score of 4-2, and now they will find out later today who they will play tomorrow. They may play at either 12:05 or 4:05. It all depends on what happens between LCC and Yakima, and that game is set for 5:35 tonight. So your final line scores here this afternoon. Edmonds, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Everett Trojans, 2 runs on 5 hits, and they commit 1 error. So the Everett Trojan season comes to an end, and the Edmonds Tritons will play again tomorrow as they pick up their 40th win of the season. Again, they'll play either Lower Columbia or Yakima tomorrow. Wait to see who Kirk Rowland is going to go down onto the field and speak with. That's why we should have a post-game interview. I am looking for Kirk. I don't see him anywhere yet, but he was up here in the booth just a moment ago. So let's see who he goes down and talk to. There he is down the first base line, and he will get ready. He will talk to Guthrie Morrison, looks like.
Thank you very much. Guthrie Morrison, the center fielder of the Edmonds Tritons here. And not a bad day for you. 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, and you play another day. Just talk about how it feels to keep it going.
Right, I mean, we got a very resilient group, and I mean, our offense is doing really well now, and I mean, our pitching's just shoving. I mean, it's awesome to see.
Well, I know the pitchers love having you out in center field. The ball was hit pretty good. There's a lot of room to run out there in center field. Just talk about that play out there.
Yeah, I mean, I got a pretty good jump on it, you'd say. I mean, it's definitely a big outfield, but I mean, we played incredible defense all tournament so far, and I mean, we got to keep rolling.
All right, well, you know how tough this Everett team is. You guys do battle all throughout the year and everything, so once again, not a surprise this was a close game.
Definitely. I mean, this is a great group of guys, and I mean, they always compete when we play them, and I mean, it's always fun, but credit to them and great tournament for them.
All right. You move on. You're going to play on Sunday.
Thank you.
Guthrie Morrison of the Tritons.
Guthrie Morrison, the post-game interview as Edmonds will continue on, and they'll play tomorrow afternoon, either 12:05 or 4:05.
47 minutes.
And they'll play either
Yakima
or LCC. The next game will start about 2:35, I believe I heard Dave say. So that'll be our next contest. That'll be Lane and Spokane. Then at 5:35 this afternoon, Yakima Valley and LCC. Again, your final score here this afternoon, Edmonds 4, Everett 2. Hope you enjoyed the ball game. Thank you for everybody who helped out here at LCC. Join us again at about 2:30 for the next game when Spokane takes on Lane. Till then, this is Vern Foster. So long, everyone.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world, or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.